Assalamualaikum to Dr. Wan Azwani and my fellow friends. Now our group will present our advanced database solution for GLOBALTECH solutions. So my name is Fadlan Arif, metric number 079631. To start with the introduction, GLOBALTECH Solution is a growing technology firm. However, they are facing major operational challenges due to their legacy database system. These include security vulnerabilities, lack of data integration standards with external partners, and a lack of analytical tools for strategic management decisions. To bridge these gaps, our project introduced a complete transformation based on three central pillars. First is security, where we implement a RBAC framework to reduce internal and external threats. Second, interoperability, where we develop standardized XML formats for seamless reporting to vendors and government systems. And third, intelligence, where we build a data warehouse with star schema and OLAP capabilities to get deep insights into payroll and project performance. This project is successfully executed by our team of 6 IT professionals, combining our expertise in database security, SML, and business intelligence to deliver a secure and data-driven environment for GLOBALTECH. Moving to section 2, which is the database security analysis, we have identified 3 critical threats affecting GLOBALTECH's data and plan their mitigations. The first threat is unauthorized access attempts. Legacy systems are vulnerable to database breaches by outsiders and ex-employees. As supported by Connolly and Beck 2015, this threatens data privacy. To mitigate this, we enforce strong identity verification using complex password policy and automated account lockouts to block brute force attack. The second threat is internal data leaks. This happens when unauthorized staff view sensitive data outside their job scope, such as a project lead accessing payroll records. Al-Masri and Navati 2016 state that weak access control is the main reason for this inefficiency. Our mitigation is implementing strict RBAC to restrict data access based on job descriptions, alongside data masking for financial metrics. The final threat is privilege escalations. This occurs when low-level users exploit system bugs to gain admin rights and maliciously alter payroll or delete projects. According to Silberschatz and Collegius 2019, the best defense is enforcing the principle of least privilege (POLP) and keeping a detailed audit trail for every grant and revoke command. That is all for the security analysis. I will pass the next slide to my teammate.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syakir Muhammad Salmi. So today I will explain about the database setup for this project. Alright, so for the first one is create database with global text name, and then create the table for the database. Here we have 4 table, which is the first one is employee, and second is table payroll. So for the employee table, we have employee ID for the primary key, employee name, department, and position, salary. Next is payroll. We have a payroll ID, employee ID, which is the foreign key from the employee table, and pay that amount, and then foreign key relationship. Alright, the third table is table project, which is project ID, project name, department, start date, and end date. And the last one is employee project table, which is the conjunction table from the employee and project. And the column is employee ID and project ID, which is the foreign key from the project and employee table. Next, we go for access control and user management. For this project, we choose the RPAC for the access control or access manager. So RBAC stands for role-based access control. It's a security approach that control access to the database by assigning permission to the roles, ensuring the user only access data relevant to their responsibility. So instead of we assign the privilege directly to the user, so RBSC uh, type is assign permission to the roles. In Global Tech Solution, we have 4 roles, which is admin, HR manager, employee, and project lead. So each access or each role have a specific access right to the ensure proper data management and security. And RBSC is implemented in MySQL by creating user and roles, assign appropriate privilege using SQL command, and controlling access through roles assignment and revocation. Alright, so we have 4 steps to implement RBSC to database MySQL. So for the first one is user creation. So user creation is giving the individual user account for using the database system. So for this project, we have 4 users, which is admin, HR manager, employee, and project lead. So we can see the figure, the SQL command to create the user. Alright, step 2 is role creation. So role creation is an important part of RBSC because the grant or privilege we assign to the role, not to the user directly. So like usual, we have 4 role, which is admin, HR manager, employee, and project lead. Alright, the next is step 3. Privilege assignments means we assign the privilege to the specific role. For example, um, we assign the privilege to the admin. So grant the query is the grant all privilege on global tech dot star means all table to the admin. So means the admin have all privilege for all table in global tech. Alright, the last one is role assignment. So before this, step 3 is privilege assignment. So means the privilege assigned to the role. Then the step 4 is from the role assigned to the user. So for example, the query is grant admin. So means role admin to the user. So the user is admin user at localhost. Alright, next is how we want to revoke the privilege. So we have two. The first one is revoke privilege. The query is revoke update on global tech payroll from HR manager. So means the HR manager roles can't update on table payroll from the global tech database. Next is how to revoke a role from a user. So the query is revoke HR from HR user. So means HR user can access the privilege assigned to the HR manager. And that's all from me, and thank you.
We design a XML schema to enforce data integrity before database integration. The SD define a clear structural hierarchy, restrict the salary element to the two decimal place format mentioned on our database constraint, and enforce integer type on ID to align with legacy primary key requirement. For the data export phase, we utilize PHP-admin to convert our active database record into a portable, universally readable XML format. This successfully generate an export file containing structure, employee, and project table, including specific live record like Falan and Shaki for consistent collaboration. And this is some of the visual evidence of export. First is selecting employee and project table, and second is PHP admin export the parameters. Also, this the others visual even export, and for the exported XML document, you can see in this slide, and for the second slide, you can also see the exported XML document from every table and every column in the table.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Muhammad Usman, and I'll be talking about the implementation of XML import. So the importing features allows PHP-MyAdmin to store data from external suppliers into the database using a standard file format. The process is that new project information was added through the database by uploading an XML file through the import tab. For the confirmation, after execution, the project table was successfully updated with new records without requiring manual SQL input. So for the functional demonstration, the system's ability to quickly and efficiently read and process external XML documents. Before importing an XML file into the database, we must first create a new XML file. This XML file must follow the XML structure of the current database. After creating the XML file, we must then upload the file into the database. Click onto importing and then select the file and make sure that the format is in XML. After the import process is complete, we can then verify that the data has been inserted into the database. As we can see in the employees table, we have successfully added Sarah Corner, and in the projects table, we have successfully added Cloud Migration Phase 1 project.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fidel. I will explain about data integrity and validation. Data integrity and validation is a major focus on the project for maintaining data integrity to accurate and complete XML operation to prevent data loss or corruption. Type of validation we use is XML file that contain invalid data. The system reject the record based on the SMD schema and database constraint. Primary key validation is the system check employee ID value before import. If a duplicate employee ID exists, the import process is stopped to prevent duplicate record in the employee table. And for error handling, the system enforce SSD validation rules before importing data into the database, ensuring the only clean and valid data is stored in GLOBALTECH database. Next, we conduct data integrity test to ensure the robust data validation. For data type validation, PHP MyAdmin successfully logged a string input for the salary field with a decimal value error. And for data length constraints, database constraint properly prevent a text overflow on the baca 15 department field. Okay, moving on to the database execution. When importing the XML file, MySQL accept the row but flag 2 critical warning. The accident character for the department field were automatically sorted, and because 7,000 is not a decimal, the salary value was forced to 0.00.
So, my name is Muhammad Syami bin Kushambuddin. Number metric is 07872230, and today I will present a section about the business intelligence and online implementation. So, while my team member have successfully migrate and normalize our transaction system, a standard operational database is not built for the heavy analysis. To help global tech management make a strategic decision, we transform our raw data into a multi-dimensional data warehouse star schema. So by running specialized OLED query on our payroll performance table, we can instantly navigate our data from a macro then down to microscopic operational detail using roll up, drill down, slice, and dice operation. So next we will look at the actual execution. Moving on to our framework, that is the first two operation, that is a roll up and drill down. As you can see from the first command line screenshot on the left, our rule operation summarize a granularly monthly roll into a macro annual view. This tells executive instantly that for the financial year 2025, the IT department incur the highest payroll cost at 27,600 ringgit Malaysia, followed by finance, HR, and marketing. But what if the CFO want to investigate why the cost is so high? So we perform a drill down operations. It will moving from a yearly view down to monthly dimension. The right table isolate the IT department and reveal a stable, consistent expenditure of 13,800 ringgit for both January and February. It will confirm that there were no sudden operation spike or payroll errors during those months. So finally, we will look at the slice and dice operation, which allow us to perform a precise cross-section filtering. So first is slice operation on the left. So slice our data cube by looking at single filter. The IT department. So this operation allow management to audit ongoing IT human resource allocation. It shows that the payroll system upgrade project currently utilized 2 active engineering, while the financial report system project only 1. To take it a step further, we next use a dice operation to extract a specific multi-dimensional subcube. Here, we will intersect multiple criteria at once. We only want to see employee from the IT department and active during the year 2025. So the result data grid on the right map up exactly who those people are, showing their cooperate role alongside their assigned technical assignment. In conclusion, these 4 OLED features demonstrate how GLOBALTECH can effortlessly turn raw operational back-end table into highly organized executive level business intelligence dashboard. So that's all for me for my section.